Hey, bubbling, coming in, crushing this art. All right, happy 26th, lucky days. Let's get into a number breakdown. Heck yeah. So, if we look straight at it, yeah, let's start with the realm. We find ourselves in a mutable realm being in the digital root of 7, 8, or 9. Other water signs that find themselves in mutable realms 34, 26, and 18. 18 being the most mutable since it's also 9, right? 26, 8, it plays a fixed role individually, and 34, 7 plays a cardinal role individually. So we start to see that 26, although it's water, and it finally constantly finds itself getting sucked up, right? It's a water element on the dial of 4. We see right here 26 is water, or the second. Um, yeah, so we see that it's an immutable realm and it's water, so there's so many issues about being down and out, right? Being of other, kind of bub, beta, go with the flow sort of energy, right? But we find a sort of systematic and solid, particular perspective in that, okay, we still want to make sense, and maybe we're not particularly going to get sucked up into everything, or we probably will being mutable in water, but we're going to bring a sort of sense and a logic into that. So, yeah. So, if we go into it a little bit more, 26 has a couple superpowers, or even just one, but it's not really a superpower, but it kind of is that it always feels like it has to limit its personal direction with circumstance, right? And that's being a water sign, being 1 times 26, 1 by water, fire by water, but also being 2 by 13, this the same as fire by water. So not only does it have this by nature, but it also really embraces it in this sort of, I'm only going to like I can only express myself through when there's like openings in the situation, right? So it's sort of riding the currents, sort of limited by the situation, but also the one who actually knows the situation, right? And if they have a chance to figure out something they can do within it, well, I'll be the first ones to know, right? So yeah, we talked about it being mutable over fixed. When it expresses itself personally, 26 expresses itself through 2 and 6, right? So 6 is in the fixed realm being mutable. So this is just saying that I'm just trying to bring sense out there, right? I'm acting off a sense and I'm trying to bring it out to everybody, right? Like, I don't care if this is my next door neighbor to someone in a different country, as long as it makes sense, I'm going to try to enforce this sense, right? So you have this sort of structure that's sort of being washed out. The two or the fixed over mutable. 6 right here. So this would be personally being down and out, but only for what makes sense. And then 2 in the second would be personally stubborn and having one's own habits and reason, right? Because it'd be a double down on 2. 2 being your personal habits and structure, and then 2, yeah, being your personal habits and structure. So having your own personal habits and structure. So yeah, so so yeah, there's so much about this that is trying to give, but there's also a lot of fixity, um, and that it expresses itself under fixity, so it's willing to give or willing to do anything as long as it makes sense, and it also is a fixed number, right? Being 8, like we find it right here, like it's in the realm of mutability, but the fixed within that, right? Like when we're always getting sucked out, when current and when nature is always calling upon us, what do we do and what are the structures we rely on and the reasoning and the expression we have that hold us up, right? So 8 is sort of that kind of social work sort of perspective, right? Mutable, I'm always getting sucked out, but I need to have a structure. I need to have something that I can bring, like a trade, right, when I'm going out. So, so yeah, it would be that reasoning perspective when things are always getting shaken up or on drama, right? And then yeah, it just finds itself 6, getting really down and out, but it can only find itself really fighting for things that make sense. But if something makes sense, you best believe that they're gonna put like their whole emotion into it. So yeah, so yeah, So it's extra mutable, right? Being in the mutable realm and also being water, so it finds itself constantly at the mercy of the situation, right, and of others, right? Always finding it's having to back its spirit through the situation rather than having a mind over matter ability, and it's always trying to create sense or create structures and kind of deliver them in a way, being the sixth. So yeah, hey, 26. What a good day. Really good day to let go, but also develop sense within that, right? See maybe what other people think or what makes sense really with the grain, right? Because now we're really having just to let go of mutable water, but fixed, we're just seeing objectively what that was, right? So a good time to learn. Hey. Hey, you want to talk a little bit more? Hit me up. We can talk about any part of the chart. Bubbling, Citra, Beach, out.